strap in, everybody, because today we are diving deep into the world of Nikola Tesla.
Deep dive is right.
This one's a doozy. You know how sometimes you hear a name and it's like instant recognition? Tesla's like that.
Oh yeah, Tesla coil, AC motor.
Buzzwords, right? But we wanted to go deeper. Who was this guy?
It's a lot. What gets me is how early it started. Imagine being a kid with a photographic memory. I mean, come on.
Okay, that's already not fair to the rest of us.
But it gets better. This isn't just memorizing facts. Tesla's picturing calculus in his head like it's a daydream. A daydream.
Hold on, a visualizing calculus. Okay, no, that's just showing off.
Right. And then, to top it off, this is a guy who literally hid in the mountains to dodge military service.
Which, you know, now that you mention it, kind of fits with the whole harnessing the power of nature thing he had going on.
Totally. Like he was already tapping into something big back then, something almost primal.
See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like prodigy, genius, okay, we get it. But then the guy goes and drops out of university. Some say it was gambling. Others say he just couldn't deal with the whole stuffy academic scene.
Classic Tesla, right? Always zigging when everyone expects him to zag. But you got to wonder, what if he'd stuck it out?
Right. Talk about what could have been. But here's the thing. Even without that degree, Tesla wasn't content with just small-time inventions.
Oh, absolutely not. He was already completely fixated on those big world-changing ideas. The kind that could shake things up.
And shake things up he did. Okay, so you can't talk about Tesla without talking about, well, him.
It's the rivalry of the century, right? Tesla versus Edison.
Oh, we're going there. And honestly, I kind of love this story.
Who doesn't love a little inventor-on-inventor action?
Right. But here's the thing. Everyone always jumps to the war of currents. AC versus DC, sparks flying, you know the drill.
Which, don't get me wrong, is totally fascinating.
Oh, for sure. But I think this goes deeper than just which current is cooler.
Definitely. You're talking about two completely different philosophies about electricity and its place in the world.
Exactly. And get this, before all the drama, before they were sworn enemies, there's this story in Tesla's biography.
Oh, tell me you're talking about the ocean liner incident.
You know it. So picture this. Tesla's fresh off the boat, basically a nobody in Edison's eyes.
Still rocking that European accent, I bet.
Oh, totally. Anyway, one of Edison's ships, these fancy new ocean liners, has a major malfunction.
Those early dynamos were finicky, weren't they?
The worst. And they're crucial, right? Powering the whole ship. So Edison's freaking out. Nobody can fix it. And then Tesla, this new guy, steps up.
And pulls an all-nighter, covered in grease, rewiring the whole system from scratch.
You've been reading ahead. But yeah, Tesla single-handedly gets the ship back up and running. Even Edison was impressed. For a hot second anyway.
Yeah, the respect didn't last long. Too bad about that whole $50,000 bonus thing.
Oh, you mean that's just American humor bonus. That's cold, man, even for Edison.
You got to wonder, did Tesla really buy that excuse? Or was that just the last straw?
Seriously. So Edison promises Tesla a small fortune, big bucks even back then, to improve his DC generators, right? And what does Tesla do? He delivers. He cracks the problem.
And Edison laughs in his face.
Yeah.
Classic.
It really makes you question Edison's whole deal, you know? Was he threatened by Tesla? Jealous?
Who knows? But think about it. This is the late 1800s. The dawn of the electrical age.
All those new inventions popping up left and right.
Cutthroat competition, patents were everything. You didn't just have to invent something, you had to own it.
And crush your rivals while you were at it, apparently?
Pretty much. And you know what's crazy? Tesla's AC patents, they ended up saving Westinghouse from going bankrupt.
Westinghouse, Edison's biggest rival.
Ironic.
Right.
Totally. And those patents would be worth billions today. Billions with a B.
No way! And Tesla just walked away from it all.
He was driven by something bigger than money. Tesla believed in the power of AC, its potential to change the world.
And he wasn't about to let a little thing like corporate greed stand in his way.
Not this guy. Which brings us to his next big move.
Okay, so Tesla's riding high, right? His AC system is taking off. He could be rolling in dough.
Living the high life, retire to a private island, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. But what does he do? Does he take a vacation? Does he buy a yacht?
Nope, not our Tesla.
He decides to invent wireless power.
Of course he does.
And not just like your phone charger wireless power. I'm talking global, limitless, send electricity through the air wireless power.
The man thought big. That's what set him apart.
No kidding. This is where Wardenclyffe Tower comes in, right? That big old tower, everyone's seen the pictures.
Ah, Wardenclyffe, more like Wardenclyffe Stream, am I right?
Ooh. Well, yeah, about that. I'll admit, I always thought of it as Tesla's big failure. But researching this, I realized I had no idea what he was really going for.
It wasn't just some oversized radio antenna, that's for sure.
Right. This wasn't just about signals. This was about beaming usable energy across the Atlantic.
Imagine if he'd pulled it off. We'd be living in a totally different world.
Talk about a game changer. But okay, even before Wardenclyffe, there was Colorado Springs.
Ah, yes. Tesla and his lightning bolts.
Seriously, the guy was out there in the desert creating artificial lightning, millions of volts. Was he a genius on the verge of a breakthrough, or was this like the mad scientist origin story?
Well, context is key, right? We're talking turn of the century, radio's in its infancy. They barely understood electromagnetic waves.
So basically, Tesla was just way ahead of his time.
Light years ahead. And tragically, his rivalry with Marconi, that whole race for wireless communication, it kind of overshadowed Tesla's bigger vision.
Wireless power. It's a shame it never really took off. And those later years, gotta be honest, kind of sad. The guy who revolutionized electricity, bouncing between hotels, struggling to pay his bills.
Feeding pigeons in the park, it's a tragic image.
Right. But even then, even those tough times, Tesla never stopped inventing. Bladeless turbines, this whole death ray concept.
Don't get me started on the death ray. We'd need another deep dive just for that.
No kidding. But the point is, Tesla, he never lost that spark. He believed in the power of the human mind, the potential of science to change the world. Sure, not everything he touched turned to gold, and okay, the guy had his quirks.
That's putting it mildly. Remember his thing about hating fat people? And don't even get him started on bad fashion.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't perfect, but look at his life, his impact. Tesla reminds us that sometimes the craziest ideas, the ones people call mad scientist stuff, those are the ideas that change the world. So yeah, maybe he didn't achieve everything he set out to do, but his story makes you wonder, what seemingly impossible dreams are we dismissing today that might just shape the future tomorrow? Thanks for diving deep with us, and we'll see you on the next one.